With that, I think I'll open the floor for any questions that Roland or Jim you may have, and certainly any comments that any of senior staff or the board would like to make pertaining to the press release and the dialogue that we've had.
Those 20 employees, what percentage of the overall workforce does that represent? Over 20%.
Yeah, I think before the staff reduction, we had about 92, 93 employees, FTE positions, and we'll end up about 71, I think, when all is said and done. 71 or 72. Hard decisions to have to make, but as we all know, in these difficult times, they're critical ones, and the good news is that the team that we have in place is committed and prepared to move forward in being remarkable. Other questions?
You've been very thorough.
Well, thank you.
Will there be any changes in any other manner in the operation, like hours or anything like that?
And at this point, that's not even on the table. And I will tell you, last night I stood before the employees and said, the reductions are done. There are no more. This is the team. We are optimally staffed. If there are any future reductions, it will be strictly by attrition. But I reminded everybody that just because we have a job, it's not a guarantee of a job. If we're not honest, if we're not nice, and we're not hardworking, then none of us deserve to have a job. And I think the players that we have on the team are honest people, they're nice people, and they're hardworking people, so I don't anticipate any issues with that. From this point, we just join hands together, as I said in the press release, as a team and as a community to be remarkable and help the people of this community achieve success, and of all the communities we serve, because we certainly are in a variety of wonderful communities throughout this neck of the woods.
Do you intend to maintain your level of community outreach, for example, at the fair, with the work you do with the livestock auction and many other things?
Yes, I've already become intimately familiar with the livestock auction and the importance of the fairs to this area of the state. And it was in the area that I came from also. I was in Lenawee County, and ag, and the ag community was huge there. We had a large agricultural portfolio in our loan portfolio. So the answer is absolutely yes, and I will be out on the street today in Coldwater and in Marshall telling the story and getting out and knocking the doors. We don't do much good sitting behind our desks. We have to be out with the customers, and that's what we're going to do.
Give me your best description of the morale of the workforce here.
I'm going to ask the team to say that. I'll tell you my assessment. You tell me.
The initial assessment would be, yesterday everybody was very rattled. It's a large change. We're a very tightly knit organization. After it all kind of shook out, everybody kind of understood that it was something that needed to be done. A lot of them have already made the guarantee that yes, we are going to improve upon this. We're going to come together and work together as a great team in order to make this work. And after the emotions kind of run their course, they're just coming to an understanding where, yes, this was the appropriate thing to do and the appropriate time to do it, even though it hurt.
And I guess I would add, after the employee meeting last night, we typically have quarterly employee meetings. Normally, everybody goes home as soon as it's over. Last night, I was here probably for a good 45 minutes afterwards. There were groups of employees talking in the parking lot, laughing. So I think the morale is as good as can be expected, given some drastic changes. It's some longtime staff, honestly, that we're well liked, that are no longer here, but I think, as Dave said, I think there's an understanding that the steps needed to be done, and we've got the people in place and the leader in place. So I think the mood is now very optimistic.
I would agree with that. Heard a lot of that last night and this morning. So very optimistic.
Yeah, there were people last night were saying they felt excited and inspired, and I liken it. You've probably seen a number of any number of battlefield movies where, particularly in the Civil War, someone carried the American flag, and at some point in time, the guy carrying the flag was wounded or killed and fell, and the next person grabbed the flag and waved it all the higher and ran all the faster with all the more zeal. And that's what I felt last night. I felt like everybody acknowledged our fallen comrades, if you will, the fact that we had to say goodbye to a number of people we dearly care for and love. But at the same time, the team on board quickly has picked up the flag and said, we've got an important mission to accomplish, both for the welfare of this bank, but I'll say equally as importantly for the welfare of this community. A community bank is critically important to a community, and I think we have a united, galvanized team that are firmly holding onto the flag and have a hand on the sword and are ready to go forward. Good question, because that's something we have to deal with. Jim, anything else from you? Roland? Gentlemen, Steve, anybody? Okay. Thank you so much again, Roland and Jim, for being here. We really appreciate it and look forward to our interaction over the years to come, many years to come.